With the Denver Broncos looking to make a potential playoff push, there's a signing out there that they could make that could really beef up their defensive line. As you can obviously tell, I'm talking about Matt Ioannidis. Ioannidis was a stalwart on the Washington Commanders defensive line for several years. He was drafted by them in the 5th round of the 2016 draft out of Temple. Most recently, last season, he played for the Carolina Panthers. Through the beginning of 2023, he has not been signed by an NFL team, and he is still only 29 years old. I don't know if Ioannidis is still interested in playing or the interest in him has just not been there, but even last year with the Carolina Panthers, he was an extremely productive player. I mean, we come over here and look at his PFF grades. He was a 66.4 overall, which is strong. Decent against the run, a 63.5 overall run defense grade, but pass rush is where he made a pretty strong impact. Although it didn't necessarily show up on the sack total, he still made an impact and helped clog things up for other players to make an impact in the pass rush. He had a 69.1 overall pass rush grade. Last season with the Carolina Panthers, he had 25 solo tackles, 12 assists, and obviously that one sack. We come over here throughout his career, although his sack numbers are down from his 7.5 sacks in 2018 and 8.5 sacks in 2019 with the Washington Commanders, he's still been really productive. 2021, his last year in Washington, he had 38 total tackles, 2.5 sacks, and then obviously we already went over his stats in Carolina, and actually, this is a little different here. ESPN says it's 37 total tackles, 20 assists, and 1 sack, so the tackle number there for ESPN is a little bit higher. I don't know why it's different there for PFF, but either way, though, guys, I think that Matt Ioannidis could really help out the Denver Broncos' interior defensive line, especially at one of the defensive end positions. We've seen less and less Jonathan Harris and Matt Henningsen and more Mike Purcell over the last few weeks, which has certainly been good, but I think Matt Ioannidis could honestly be a nice step, an upgrade over Mike Purcell. He could really bring in some really strong play. I'm just curious to see what Matt Ioannidis' interest level is in playing right now. I don't know if he's out of the NFL right now by his own accord or by the NFL's accord, because just based on what I was watching on film of him last year during the free agency process, I wanted the Broncos to sign Matt Ioannidis in free agency because I thought that he could be a really big impact player on this defensive line. The fact that he's still available on November 10th, that really is interesting to me, and I'm curious to see if maybe he's just holding out for the right situation, and this could be the right situation. A team that's really trying to make a playoff push, a team that's really turned their season around over the last couple of weeks, especially with obviously the win over Kansas City. Matt Ioannidis would obviously take a little bit of time to get acclimated to the system being run, but once he does get here, he could seriously make an impact for us on that D-line, and there actually is a connection there as well. Greg Minuski, who's currently the Broncos linebackers coach, he was Washington's defensive coordinator during some of the best years of Matt Ioannidis' career. Although, of course, Minuski would not be working with Ioannidis directly, there is still that potential relationship and connection there. So there is somebody in the Broncos building who is familiar with Matt Ioannidis. So this makes a ton of sense for me, guys. The Broncos should really consider bringing in Matt Ioannidis. He would really help us out on the D-line. All right, Broncos country, I'm curious. Do you think the team should entertain signing Matt Ioannidis? Drop those comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are 2 free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.